How's it going on, guys, and welcome back to ABTFM YouTube channel. Today, we're here with another episode of the Football Talks. The Football Talks is basically a show where me and some guests talk about football and their favorite club in general. If you haven't had a chance to watch the show, make sure to check out the other episode on my YouTube channel. And joining me today, there are two amazing FM content creators, and let's welcome Jamie, aka JFM, as well as Jack. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Yeah, alright, let's just start with maybe Jack, and then just tell us what do you do, and then also which club do you support?
Okay, so I basically stream FM on Twitch and I make kits. So yeah, that's all I do, and I support the mighty West Ham United.
That's great. And then what about Jamie?
I am an FM content creator. I post most of my content over Twitter. I'm also a graphic designer, sort of making graphics, headers, logos and things for people within the FM community. And I support Man United.
Yep, alright, that's good. And then when did you start support the club? Anyone can go first.
Go on, Jamie, ladies first.
Should I go first? I started supporting United from a young age. I was kind of born into supporting Man United. It was sort of the team my granddad and my uncle and things followed. So I was just, like I said, I was just born into it. I probably started showing interest around the age sort of 6 and 7. What we're talking around about sort of 1996, 1997 probably is when I started showing an interest within football. My first football memory was probably 98. It was probably the 98 World Cup where David Beckham got sent off against Argentina. And probably since then, I've just been loving football since then.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then for me, I got into football quite late, really. Well, supporting football. I used to just mainly support England because it was just always what I could watch on the telly. And growing up without a dad, like, there was no influence on me to support a team and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But during my teens, that's when I started to get into football mainly. I started going to West Ham. After watching Green Street, I used to, just because of that, really.
Love it.
It's the honest truth. And then I went to my first game in 2009 when we beat Millwall 3-1 in the Carabao Cup. It was Carling Cup back then, I think. And we took it to extra time. And I remember it so much because the day before, Jack Collison's dad passed away, and he played in that game. And it was just like very emotional, and riots were going on as well. It was absolutely mad. So it's a game to remember, really.
You're from London, right?
Yeah, I'm from London.
Why not Arsenal, Chelsea? Why West Ham?
Why not Spurs?
Yeah, why not Spurs? Yeah.
I live down the road from their stadium. Couldn't be me. Don't know. It's just something about West Ham. The fans are just the best fans you ever hear and see. Pretty much, we go through thick and thin with West Ham. You know, when the going gets tough, we're there for them. So that's all that matters.
Yeah. All right. Then maybe tell us, how did your team perform this season? What do you think?
Oh, well, I'll go first for this one. It was terrible. 2 managers, but we still managed to beat Chelsea twice, so it's not that bad. But we finished 16th, was it? 16th?
Yep, 16.
Tough end of the season, really. Well, start of the season and end of the season under Pellegrini. It was terrible, but then Moyes has steadied the ship a bit. But that's not too bad. 16th. Take it any day.
Yeah, I actually thought Pellegrini would do a better job, to be honest.
Yeah.
But nah.
Yeah, he got us a 10th last season, so that was a good thing. But then this season, it just went downhill. As soon as you signed Roberto, then that's when it went downhill.
Oh, yeah. The goalkeeper. Yeah.
Yeah, the goalkeeper.
Safe hands.
I'll mention more about that later.
Yep. Then what about Jamie? What do you think of Man United performance?
On paper, finishing third behind Liverpool and City, and the way that Liverpool dominated from day one of the season, and the fact City were even that far behind Liverpool, and for us to finish third, on paper, you would look at that with the squad we've got, you'd be like, all right, yeah, okay, Ollie's first full season, brilliant. But I'll say it's mediocre. So finishing third is not an achievement. It's not an accomplishment. Yes, you've got Champions League football. Yes, you've got a bigger platform to sign these better players on. But mediocre for me. We should have secured it earlier. Even coming back from the lockdown, Operation Restart or whatever they called it, we had so many chances to overtake Chelsea, so many chances to overtake Leicester, and we should have done it. And the fact that we were struggling with 1-0 draws, 0-0 draws, leaving it too late. We're always looking for that outlet of stick it in a box and see what happens, penalties, and there was just nothing to it. Obviously, they're claiming their legs went and stuff like that, which understandable. We had so many games in a short period of time, but so did everyone else. So did City, and City have been smashing since they come back. We did go the remaining 12, 13 league games unbeaten, which is good. But I just think our performances were satisfactory. They weren't great.
A draw of West Ham in there to mention.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get on to West Ham a little bit later, mate.
Chelsea finished fourth without spending any money. Then look at Man United.
Yeah,
they spent all that money.
Yeah,
and then finished third.
Definitely.
So it's not very a good achievement, is it?
No, definitely not. It was like I said, it was mediocre, mate.
You only finished there because of the penalty margin.
Yeah,
I would say it. If at the beginning of the season you said Man United is going to finish at the third position, I guess every Man United would just take it. Would just be like, yeah, that's a perfect season. But then the performance is just so inconsistent. And then having a tough time against Chelsea and Leicester is just weird. Yeah.
Should have
not managing to beat West Ham as well. So.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. All right, maybe we just go with a better question. Best player in the season?
Go on, Jack.
There's two standout players for me. But there's two. Declan Rice.
Yes.
38 games this season. He scored a belter of a goal for his first goal of the season. The assists he's done this season, the passion he shows as well, it's just unbelievable. He's so underrated for what he does for West Ham.
It's his work rate and it's his movement off a ball as well.
Yeah. And he can spray a pass 50 yards pretty much, or 30 yards, whatever. He can bang him in. He's just an all-round player. It's fan favourite, definitely. That's why he won Hammer of the Year. But my second runner-up is Ogbonna.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's been a very good player at the back of the season.
You can tell what big clubs are after him.
Definitely,
what about Michael Antonio?
Antonio as well. Big shout out to him. Scoring all the goals. But I still think he's not our best player. He lacks ability. All he's got is his strength and pace. But take that away, he's nothing, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, there was one player I thought he's kind of impressed me. It's the new signing called Souček. Is it
Souček? Yeah, Thomas Souček.
Yeah, Thomas Souček.
He did very well coming in as a box-to-box sort of midfielder.
Yeah.
He's got loads of goals in him as well. He was the top goal scorer in the Czech league, I think. He won the Golden Boot, which is incredible for a midfielder of his stature. You never guess he's actually 24 years old. 25, 24.
He looks 35.
Same age as me. That's crazy.
Yeah, all right, then we'll just move on to Jamie.
Right, I'll talk about Bruno Fernandes first.
Yeah.
Very quickly. He came into the team and he gave United a bit of life when they didn't have it, to be fair.
Yeah.
He carried them for... people are going on about he's been off the ball the last few games. He carried them for his first 10 games.
Yeah.
He carried United. He was the light at the end of the tunnel when we needed to find something. He just injected a bit of energy, injected a bit of life back into United. But if we're going to go consistency, and we can talk about Rashford, we can talk about Mason Greenwood and his first full season, absolutely outstanding. But I think there's going to be many, many more to come from him. I want to talk about Martial. Martial has been given so much stick since coming into the United team, not being consistent, not scoring enough. He's now our top goal scorer on 23 goals. in all competitions. I think he has had an incredible season, whether that's been playing out on the left, playing up front. He has been stuck between the sticks. There you go, get on the end of it, stick it in the back of the net, and he's done exactly that. And I think because of the discredit that he's had over the last 4 or 5 seasons that he's been with us, I think he deserves to be our player of the season, without a shadow of a doubt.
It's a good shot, definitely.
What about Maguire? Do you think he add the consistency into the defense?
Well, if you look at the goals we've conceded, yeah. Look at the clean sheet. David De Gea has kept 15 clean sheets this season.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're taking it's 38 games of the season. So what? You're still looking at, okay, there's 20 odd games that you have conceded, but we've only conceded 1, maybe 2 max in a game. You're not looking at the consistency of goals conceded. Then yeah, I think he has. But did we have to spend £80 million to provide that?
No,
definitely not.
Well, Liverpool spent £70 odd million on Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Which Van Dijk provided that for Liverpool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But look at the difference, isn't it?
But there's a massive difference. There's a massive difference. There's pace. There's presence. You know what I mean? Maguire goes in blind to everything. He's great at holding the line. He's great at coming out with the ball. He's great at dictating that tempo and that play. But when you've got a ball coming into the mixer, have you ever seen him try and header and get a ball away when they're trying to defend a corner? We can see too many goals through set pieces, and half of them is simply because he's just going in blind to everything.
Yeah, he was marking. Who was that?
He was marking. Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just there's no aerial presence about him. Yeah, he's got a whopping great forehead and he can stick his head on it, but he can't read balls coming into the box, and that's something he needs to improve within his game.
He's not technically aware.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting at, mate. And for £80 million, you want him to be a Cannavaro, you want him to be a Maldini. Do you know what I mean?
Then how much do you think he's worth?
How much do I think he's worth? I'll probably want to pay no more than £50 million for him.
50? Yeah. I wouldn't pay 30 for him.
Yeah, I think 50. 30 million pounds. Yeah.
In today's market, considering he's British, I would have said £50 million.
True. That's true, though.
If you look at this here, Chelsea valued Declan Rice at 50 million. They put a bid in for 50 million, apparently. Don't believe it.
I would say 70.
Look at Declan Rice to Harry Maguire.
Yeah, for Declan Rice ain't an out centre half, is he? But
he was though. He was, and he can play.
Yeah,
there,
so. I suppose you're right.
And the age difference as well.
I'd say £50 million on Maguire.
Jeez.
All right. Then let's move on to the worst player of the season.
This is the easiest one. Well, there's 3. There's 3.
3.
Oh, 3. I was like, maybe Roberto. That's just
That's number 1.
Yeah.
Lanzini, Anderson, Aaron Cresswell. Oh, there's more. Fredericks.
Hey, leave Cresswell alone.
There's 5. All of them terrible.
No, you don't think you mean Felipe Anderson?
Yeah.
I thought he had a quite a good season. No,
second end of the season. Completely the worst player.
I think Jack's just going off his ability, his potential ability, and the fact of how much he cost you. He should be doing more.
He's got to be doing more. I think he scored 1 goal, maybe 2 goals this season.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think it's that low, and his ability and his technical ability is just incredible. But he didn't do anything this season. Well, the first half of the season, he was very involved with everything that was going on. But then as soon as Pellegrini left, he was a shell of a player.
Maybe he just doesn't fit into Moyes' system. Yeah.
I don't know. If you look at Jared Bowen, sort of same player-ish. He fits in pretty well.
But then you can say the same about Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko is just a like for like version of Felipe Anderson, but playing out on the right hand side.
A lot slower though.
Yeah.
At the same time, but so Anderson's got 2 things on him. He's got a cracking right foot and he's got pace. And Yarmolenko nutmegs. And Yarmolenko's got a good left foot and he likes to cut in as well.
Yeah, but they're both similar. Yarmolenko got blessed with an injury, as usual. Second one, I think, since his time at West Ham. So that ruined his season pretty much. But he's been good coming in and scoring against Chelsea when he did. It's like incredible stuff. Anderson's input hasn't been there for the rest of the season. And Lanzini, shell of a player that he was when Slaven Bilic was here, like a couple seasons ago.
He was
Injuries have probably completely messed him up.
Mm-hmm.
But still show a bit of desire, show fight, show something. If you look at a player like Robert Snodgrass, he's 31 years old, slow as anything, but you run ragged around the pitch.
Yep.
Someone like Lanzini should be putting in a shift. He's got the technical ability, he's got everything about him, but he just doesn't want to work.
I know Ryan Fredericks did not have a good season.
No,
he was replaced by is it Brennan Johnson?
Or Ngakia.
Yeah.
When he was injured, and then he's left. Ben Johnson come in.
Mm-hmm.
But all he's got is pace. He can't defend. That's literally it. He can't defend to save his life.
What's that, Fredericks?
Yeah, Fredericks. He's just got pace. He's a speed merchant. And Cresswell hasn't been the same player since he got injured.
I thought Cresswell did okay, I'd say. He was
alright.
Like,
he's done alright. But we still need to replace him massively. Yeah. He did score against Man United. So
yeah, that's an amazing free kick.
Yeah, amazing
top
free
corner,
kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that match as well.
Yeah, we'll get on to that in a bit.
But if there's only one player to choose, Roberto?
Yeah, that's it.
the player you've spoken least about.
I don't want to speak about him. I don't want to speak about him.
I mean, that game against City, is it the game against City? It's just, oh my god.
Everyone.
He just stayed in the line.
Yeah. He had stones, bricks in his feet. He didn't move off the line. Like, he couldn't catch a cold. That's how bad he is.
He has been loaned out, right? Or he just
left?
left?
He had a great season at Alves, though.
Yeah.
Typical. They want to sign him. I think Atletico want to sign him as well.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, all right. Let's just move on to Jamie.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's right, man. I got two. I think both. I think we need to sell a pair of them. There's a lot of players we need to sell as well, but I've whittled it down to two, just based on the game time they've had over the likes of Phil Jones and stuff like that. So I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm going to go Andreas Pereira
and Jesse Lingard. Wow, every Man United fan has the same answer with worst player of the season.
I think Andreas Pereira, he offers nothing in any position that he plays in. He literally offers nothing. Like, where do you play him? Who do you play him over? You don't. I always thought he was a good number 10. Again, he's not getting in ahead of Bruno. He's not getting in ahead of Mata. Anyone, Mason can play in that position. Daniel James can play there. You know what? I'll stick Mengi.
Even Pogba.
Yeah, Pogba. I'd even bring Mengi from the under-19 to stick him in there ahead of Pereira as well. But I know Lingard's had a lot of personal issues that he and the club have done very well at keeping under wraps.
Yep.
So obviously, like anyone in any walk of life, in any job, we have things that affect us. We have things that are going on, and it's all about how we deal with them mentally. I would say things haven't come out in the press about him, how he's been not dealing with things and how he's been going on benders or doing this, that, and the other. But we can definitely tell that something has affected him because it's affecting his work. It's affecting what he does on a football pitch. But I generally think he isn't at the standard. Taking all that aside, I generally think he isn't at that standard. He's 27, 28 now.
28.
28.
He works like a child.
He's my age, and people are saying, oh, he'll come good. He's a young lad. He'll come good. No, he won't. He won't come good. Get him off a wage bill. Get rid of him. Sell him to Newcastle. Even better, give him to West Ham.
Yeah, we want him apparently.
Yep. And get him gone. So I'm going to go with Jesse.
That's the best meme ever in in all the football community, saying that Jesse Lingard is still a young lad, and then say like he's the future of England, future of Man United. That's just so funny. Yeah.
My granddad's got more potential than him, and my granddad's 78.
Yeah. What do you think of
Jesse Lingard?
Yeah. What do you think of David De Gea?
David De Gea. People, I'll tell you, the only people that are getting on David De Gea's back are people that are not Man United fans, and that's plain and simple. David De Gea has held that team together for the past 5 or 6 years. He has been out 9 times out of 10. He's been our best player of the season. He really has carried that team. So the moment he does make a mistake, it's he's made a mistake. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, there are some undoubtable bloody errors that he's made. Do you know what I mean? There's like not even what's his name from West Ham, Roberto. He won't even make them. You know what I mean?
Trust me, he made them.
At the same time, the pressure that is coming and that is being generated through De Gea out is solely coming from people that are not Man United fans. Because we have put him on this pedestal for years and years, simply because he has saved our skin for years and years.
True.
Yet the moment he does something wrong, suddenly it's the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Can I just say something?
Yo.
Very quick. Did you say he kept 15 clean sheets?
Yeah.
That's terrible. For someone of his stature in the game, playing 38 games with 15 clean sheets.
No, you're probably right. That probably isn't good enough.
But
really
the clean sheet, I mean, Edison made 19, or it's not that many as well, though.
But we're going off.
Really.
I'm going off the Henderson De Gea debate.
Yeah.
Would I take Henderson over David De Gea? No, because I believe keepers mature at an older age.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Henderson made 14 clean sheets this season. But what have we got to lose? And what has he got to lose about loaning him out for another year? He's got nothing to lose. He's going to come back to United. He's going to sign a long-term contract. Then he'll go back out on loan to get more experience at top flight within the Premier League with Sheffield United, which I can see.
Yes.
We've now qualified for...
If like 30, 40 million comes in for him, would you take it?
No. What, Henderson or De Gea?
Henderson.
No, I'll keep him. I'll keep him because De Gea is... Yeah, De Gea is going to go back to Spain in a couple of years, I think. I think he'll go back there and we'll be like, yeah, after we're saying, see you later, sweet, because we know we got Hendo coming in.
Yeah.
He's had one good season in the Prem. Let's see if he can back it up with a second.
Yes, that's very true.
And then go from there. We've got Champions League football next season. And like Ollie Tempran has said, if it weren't for the fact that we had Europa League this year, would the likes of Brandon Williams be getting so many run-outs? Would the likes of Mason Greenwood be starting all the time?
Mm-hmm.
He's had that platform that he's able, not saying that the Sevilles, the Inter Milans, or the teams, the last and teams we've played within Europa League are any differ from teams in the Champions League, but he's had that platform to be able to play these youngsters and give the first team a rest and things like that. So now we've got Champions League football. De Gea is staying. Simple.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Let's just move on to the prediction for next season.
Okay, I'll go first again. I can see us finishing 15th.
15?
Or maybe 15th, 14th, maybe.
Quick prediction, top 4. I can't say no more. Until I know what we do within the market. Ask me 5 games in, I'll probably tell you different.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Man United could probably finish top 4 next season. Like
I have to.
Yeah, because Bruno will be having a full season with Man United. That's gonna be scary. Yeah. Okay, so best moment of the season.
Best moment of the season is beating City at home. 2-0.
Yes.
Scott McTominay scoring late on. Obviously, absolute howler from Edison, but the technique on and the composure on Scott to just have a go from 40 yards out and just stick it over the top of Edison was absolute jubilant, absolute scenes. Honestly, me and a few mates were watching at the pub, and it just went.
Yeah.
It almost. Obviously, we were 1-0 up. It almost gave me that little glimmer of sort of feel-good factor about watching Man United. Because for the past, I'll say the past 10 years, maybe 5 to 8 years that I've been watching Man United, it has been, here we go again. You know what I mean? That mediocre, boring, 0-0 stuff that just so sluggish, no dynamic.
Yeah.
And we have risen to big occasions. So we go into games against the Cities, the Chelseas, the Liverpools, Arsenal, Spurs. We go into those games. We do bring everything to those games. You know what I mean? We do go into those games at 110 miles per hour. But the fact that we went and beat City and we did the double over City this year was probably our highlight of the season. I'd say.
Yeah. You're the third Man United fan telling me that Scott McTominay goal. Yeah. That is just like easy win. Best moment of the season for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And because it came from Scott McTominay as well, he has been not necessarily this season. I think last season he was incredible. His breakthrough season. This season, he was injured for a while, and I think that was one of his first games back as well after his injury. And he has been incredible this season as well, based on his performances coming in. And I think he is that standard box-to-box midfielder. He hasn't got that technical ability to spray a pass 30, 40 yards like a Paul Scholes or put it on a sixpence like a David Beckham. But he has got the passion and he has got the heart. Yeah. And he's a fighter. He won't give up. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we need.
Yeah, and then the second reason is because it's a Manchester derby.
Yeah.
Yep. And then maybe the third reason is that game is just so important for the morale of the team.
That was a turning. That was a turning actually, that game, because I think that was not long before lockdown came out. Probably around about a month or so before, when football got halted and stuff like that. So that was a turning for us. That, like you say, you're winning the games against. If you're winning games against your rivals, your Cities, your Liverpools, no matter how you're doing it leading up to that game, consistency doesn't matter when you go into those games.
Yeah, it's just a big game. You just need
it's
to
a
win
big game.
Yeah, you just need to win the game.
But that could be those games could be your title-winning games. You know what I mean, or your third or fourth place winning games. That could then change the mindset for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And then, what about the worst moment?
I've got two, and I was going to give Jack the satisfaction here, if he was still on. One would be losing 2-1 to Palace because we played absolutely diabolical, and the other one, losing 2-0 to West Ham. Aaron Creswell scoring that insane free kick. I travelled where I'm originally from, Plymouth. I'm now living sort of half hour up the road with my partner and my children. So I travelled back down to Plymouth for that game to go and see a few friends, to go out to the local pubs and bars and stuff and go and watch the game. So I got the train down and stuff, and it was one of those days where I really can't be bothered to sort of leave the house. It was raining and it was really horrible and miserable. And I was like, no, I've been invited down by friends. I'm going to go down. Let's just go and have a good time. So we went down, had a bite to eat, a few beers and stuff, and we sort of set out to watch the football. And we ended up getting stuffed 2-0 by West Ham, one of the worst performances I've seen from us in a very, very long time. And I just wish I stayed at home.
Yeah, and then what about the FA Cup semi-final exit? Is that heartbroken or nope?
If you would turn around and say that Olu in his first full season would finish third and get us to three cup semi-finals, I would have bit your hand off. But that's okay for a team that are not expected to dominate every season.
Yeah.
So that's okay for a team like Everton. That's okay for a team like Watford. That's okay for a team like Wolves. And no discredit to those teams, but they haven't got that expectation of dominance.
Yeah.
Again, this is why I say our season is mediocre. If we come away without winning anything this season, was it good enough? No, it wasn't. We got Champions League football. Oh yeah, we got Champions League football back. What are we, Arsenal? Are we playing for top four now?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not. We play to win and we play to dominate. And the fact that we haven't won the FA Cup, the fact that we didn't win the League Cup, we've got the Europa League resting on our shoulders. there might not be as an incentive to go and win it now because we've already qualified for the Champions League.
Yes. Yeah.
But we need to win it. If we are to look back and say, yeah, this season was somewhat successful, we need to go and win that Europa League. So getting to a semi-final isn't winning it. You know what I mean? Well done. Well done. You came third or fourth.
Yeah.
It's not satisfactory. And yeah, okay, you could say the Chelsea game, but Chelsea deserved that.
I think we'll just move on to the last question. One iconic moment.
I stopped with one. Only one.
99 treble? The treble winning?
Yeah. 98, 99 treble. Okay, you could talk about Moscow. You could talk about the team of Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney, but treble.
How old were you?
How old was I? So it was the 98-99 season. So we won it in May 99.
Yeah.
I was 8.
And then how well?
8.
Can you
No,
remember?
I was 7, 8. I can remember it. I can remember it. Like it was yesterday. I think I was that season as well. I'll tell you what really got me about United that season was Giggs' goal against Arsenal in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Where he just sort of ran down the wing, put Lee Dixon on his ass and stuck it past Seaman. That to me was what really invested. You got to remember that was within the season after the David Beckham sending off in the World Cup. So the David Beckham sending off was my first football memory, which was an absolute diabolical memory. It was so upsetting. Going into the 98-99 season where we went on to dominate and win the treble.
Yes.
That was really the pinnacle. That was really where my footballing journey started. And again, I remember watching with my granddad the final of the Champions League, and it was just obviously I remember it. I don't remember it emotionally. I don't remember the aura, the feeling that it gave me. I can probably compare it to what I got when we won the Champions League in 2008.
Yep.
But obviously I was 16 then. I wasn't. No, yeah, when I was 2008, but 16. Yeah, I was 16 then. So, but that Giggsy moment was probably what sold United to me for definite. And then I just went on then and just, to me, that team is probably the best footballing team of all time.
Whoa. Wow.
Of all time. I think that team is the greatest football team in history. That season, that 98-99 squad is the best footballing team in history.
Better than Arsenal Invincible team?
Yep, because they didn't win the treble.
Yeah. Domestic treble? Because they didn't win Champions League?
Yep.
Yeah, all right, Jack. What is your best moment of the season?
Best moment of the season? Well, it was probably the double over Chelsea.
Ah, yeah.
Has to be that.
Yeah, what was the scoreline again?
So we beat them 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. That was David Martin's first ever game. It was very emotional. One to remember. He's crying with his dad in the stand. And then we beat them 3-2 at home. Yarmolenko coming on and scoring the winner.
Oh, yeah. The one at Stamford Bridge was the goalkeeper story, is it?
Yeah, the goalkeeper story.
What's
Yeah,
the name
David
again?
Martin.
Yeah, Martin, yeah.
Yeah. So it was the first game Roberto got dropped for, and then David Martin came in and had an amazing game, kept a clean sheet.
Yeah. How old was he?
Crying. He's like 35, I think.
Yeah. I think he's pretty
old.
Quite old, right?
Yeah, he's coming to his end of his career pretty much, but he's an okay keeper. He's meant to be just a training goalkeeper. And then obviously Fabianski got injured. Roberto was shocking, as I mentioned before. Worst goalkeeper we've ever had.
But he did make double saves against what was the team again? I was watching the video yesterday by Premier League, and then
Roberto or David Martin?
Yeah, Roberto. He made I think he made 2 saves against one team. I just can't remember who is it.
And then he probably conceded a third. So.
Oh no! He already conceded 2 goals, and then that's the
really?
double save. Yeah. And then the commentator just said it would have been the 3rd goal, but he saves it.
Yeah. And then they probably did concede the third goal after that. So
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's either those two moments or probably beating Man United at home. That was a good one. And then drawing against them as well at Man United. So it's a plus.
You guys didn't lost to Man United this season.
Yeah. So it's quite good. Chelsea and Man United we didn't lose to, and they finished third and fourth. So it's not too bad.
Yeah. And Chelsea is a London team as well, isn't it?
Yeah, London derby.
Yeah.
So it's quite special, you know. Any London derby we win is special.
Yeah.
To do it twice against Chelsea, first time in 40 years, I think it is.
Oh, first time in 40 years.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
First time in 40 years, I think we won there. And the first time we did the double. So crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, clearly the best moment of the season, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then what about the worst moment?
Where do we start?
Yeah, I would say there's not many best moments for you, but there's definitely a lot of worst moment for you.
Yeah. Losing to Tottenham, that's always very sour.
Mm-hmm.
We lost to Tottenham twice, I think, this season. So that's quite sour. Losing to Man City 5-0 as usual, like we do every season. I think it was it 5-0? I can't remember. There was quite a few goals in it. But playing Roberto for as long as we did was pretty much the worst moment for me.
Is it because Fabianski was injured and so you have to play Roberto?
Yeah, we had to play him, but we should have had a much better backup than him. He was pretty much a fraud compared to what he was meant to be like. So,
but who's the backup keeper beside Roberto? Is it only Roberto?
No, we signed a new one when David Moyes came in.
Yeah,
Darren
okay.
Randolph.
Oh yeah, Randolph.
Who used to play for us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it. So when we shipped out Roberto, David Martin was the number 2 pretty much. Until Darren Randolph came in.
Yeah. Because I think I was looking at the player list yesterday, and then I saw Randolph, and then I was like, oh, Randolph was actually a very, very good keeper back in the days.
He's okay. He's okay. He's a good shot stopper, but nothing else really.
Yeah, but then Fabianski is actually a very good keeper, I would say.
Very good keeper, but he did have one very bad game against Liverpool. We should have won the game.
The 3-2 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have won.
But when Fabianski used to play with Swansea City.
Swansea,
yeah. And every time when Liverpool faced Swansea, and then Fabianski would be like the best player on the field. Fabianski is just so
crazy.
good. Yeah.
Well, apparently he's got a son called Origi, so I think he might support Liverpool.
Oh, wow. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Origi Fabianski?
Yeah. That's it.
All right. And then, let's just move on to the last question. One iconic moment as a West Ham fan.
As a West Ham fan, because I got into football quite late, being a West Ham fan, I think the most iconic moment was the playoff final in 2012.
Oh, yeah.
To get back to the Premier League, the way it went down was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I think we was like second in the league at one point. We was first. Then we got down to third or fourth, and we ended up in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It was just amazing, the feeling of going to Wembley, then the last minute winner from Vaz Tay. Incredible scenes.
Are you in the stadium? Were you in the stadium?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was in the stadium. Yeah, behind the goal of where it went in. So it was amazing.
So I think that's all my question, and thanks for joining me, Jack. And,
you're welcome.
No problem, mate.
And then make sure you guys check out their Twitch as well as follow them on Twitter. All the links will be down in the description box below. And if you enjoy watching this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment, and share it to your friends. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. It's ABT_FM to join the discussion of football. So once again, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.